This is day 7, and I must say thank you for your continuous feedback that you have been giving onto me since we've started this class. Specifically, I want to thank Mr. David, Mr. Adisa. The two of you have been up and doing. You have been forthcoming, you have been asking questions, and I just want to encourage the others in the group to please ask questions, do your tasks. What do I want to say again? Do your tasks, ask questions, and make sure you practice. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Practice everything that I've shared with you. Um, Nothing comes easy. You just need to put in the effort. You need to put in the work. Of course, I've been encouraging you over and over again. So please, if there's any issue, let us know so we'll be able to help you. Um, so let me just stop there and see if um, there is any question. Who has joined me? Okay. I hope to see more people join us as we proceed. So let me just go over to my slide so we can take what we have today. Today I want to first do two things. First, I want to attend to questions and inquiries officially using this channel so that as many of you that will later watch this video will understand better some of the questions that people have been asking in the Telegram group. You understand it better, especially as touching the designing of your website. So I have corrected some of the questions that participants have asked, so bring clarity to some of them as we move ahead. So you are welcome. Let me do a recap of what we have done so far. So here's what we have done so far in this master class. We have explained everything there is to know about web design. You've been able to do your market research to understand the niche or the market that will be comfortable and profitable for you. I've told you how. We also showed you how to wireframe your website. You don't just stand up one day and start building website. It's what we call wireframing, and we use tools like Google Stitch to make this a reality. So we have copied our WordPress file into our ADoc folder already. It's already in our local server for the purpose of this training. Of course, I want to believe you have created a database account with your my PHP my admin console or your interface. I want to also believe you have installed your WordPress. You now have access to the front end and the back end of your website. You have now picked the theme, you've applied the theme. You have now also installed some plugins, chief of which is the Elementor. So now we have started building the homepage from since the last two sessions we have been building the homepage. So we will continue and see where we can get to today as we continue. But before that, like I said, I want to tackle some questions in the group. One of us has had a challenge. He said he was having error establishing database connection. This is what you will do. Let me first of all tell you the root cause of some of what happened. The root cause of what happened must have been perhaps a theme or a plugin that is not compatible with your with a theme that is not compatible with your plugin, or a plugin that is not compatible with your theme. it can break your website, it can break your database. So we must be very careful so that we don't just put in plugins. Make sure that the plugin works with the theme, or the theme works with the plugin. Make sure it's that way so that you won't have a break. So and at times it could be maybe um, a corruption in your file, in your configuration file. If your configuration file is corrupted, you will have issues with your database. Then again, perhaps you are also playing with the my PHP my admin interface. You might have played with that interface such a way that you have deleted or you have tampered with some of the database tables there. If you tamper with any database table on your phpMyAdmin, you will have problem with your website. It will not work. So here's what you will do. First and foremost, I will show you after now how to resolve this, but I just want to highlight them to you now before I showed you. One of the things you need to do is to disable your theme or your plugin in their folder. There is a folder where your WordPress installation is. You go into that folder. I will show you where you can locate your themes and your plugin. You disable the theme. You disable the theme, or you disable some plugins. You may disable some plugins and refresh that website that you are building. This also goes for your live website. It's not only anything I say now applies for your local host and also your website that is on a live server. So once you disable it, you refresh it, I believe the website should come up. But if it doesn't come up, then there's a problem. So as you disable it, try and now enable. For example, if you disable all of your plugins, try to now enable them one by one. I will show you how to do that. So you'll be able to pinpoint which plugin is actually causing the problem, because it could be just one plugin that can scatter your website. When I was still a learner in this field, I had a live website. I'm telling you, a live website, something like this happened. I broke a live website. I had to rebuild it from scratch. So it's not funny. Another thing you can do is to check your WP configuration file to see if your database detail is still correct. And if it is still correct, then you may need to do a fresh installation. If your WP configuration file is still correct, your you have disabled and enabled back your plugin, and you still can't calculate, then your last option is for you to install a fresh WordPress. So that's just the last thing you should do. Then on using Elementor, I have said it in the Telegram group that Elementor is just one tool out of the thousands of it. In fact, we have several page builders. It's not only Elementor that is a page builder. We have Divi page builder. We have Beaver builder. We have Thrive Architect. We have WP Bakery. We have Instapage. We have quite a lot of them. So Elementor is just the easiest of it all, is the most robust of it all. So, and when you are using Elementor, you must make sure that the theme you are using must be Elementor compatible, because there are some themes that are not compatible with Elementor. So make sure before you install a theme into your WordPress website, read the details. You should see something like Elementor there. If you can't see anything like Elementor, then it's advisable you shouldn't download it. Then there's also some other plugins that works with Elementor to add extra functionality to that website you are building. You must make sure that all these other plugins are compatible with Elementor. You must make sure that they are compatible with Elementor. It is so very important that you take note of that. It's very important that you take note of that. Um so let's also look at if you have any question, please you can drop it. You can drop it in the chat, in the chat box. I would attend to them. I can see Mr. David. I hope he's still online. I hope he's still online, and I hope you can still hear me. So I can see you, sir. So you are welcome. So I hope that makes sense. So let me go back to my slide. I just wanted to be sure that um, I'm still on. Then managing menus. Menus is your navigation system. For you to move from one page to another page, you will need a menu to navigate. That's why I took my page to first and foremost create a menu before I start building my page. Don't worry, the menu is still not very fine. By the time we are done with designing our own page, I will show you how you can tweak and make that header that contains your menu, how you can make it very colorful. I'm going to be showing you that much later. So your menu, make sure it is primary. We have different types of menu on your website. We have the header menu, we have the footer menu. In fact, we have sidebar menu as well. So but the most important of them is the most important is the header. Actually, you may decide to have a footer menu, you may decide not to have it. It's not really compulsory. It depends on what you want to achieve with your website. So but that header menu should be there. It should be there because it's your navigation. It's your and I think someone was saying that the theme is affecting the menu. The theme may not necessarily affect your menu, the link. It won't affect the link in your menu. It may only affect the color or the font. It won't affect the way your menu is. If you change it from one theme to another, it may not be that colorful again, but you can still tweak it and make it colorful back with the new theme that you just installed. Then somebody was talking about editing versus building from scratch. I have said it, I will take my pain to teach you how to build from scratch, because if you know how to build from scratch, you will know the idea behind a ready-made template that you are editing. If you don't know you don't have the correct idea of the template that you want to copy and paste and edit, it will be very hard for you to come up with something meaningful from your web design project. So that's why you need to take the pain, follow me, practice. I might not be able to exhaust everything. Test, practice, go beyond what I am showing you. Go beyond it. Practice. Continue to practice. Do you get that? You will actually get better result as a result of that. Then changing theme affect your design. Of course, it will have to affect your design. If you change from one theme to the other, it's going to affect your design. You just need to go and look for a way of recovering back your theme, recovering back your design by going to the theme option. Every theme has an option, especially if it's a premium theme. They have a setting or an option, that you can go to. It's always at the back end. You can go there and play around the options. So by doing that, I want to believe that you will get back your design flow. And what really at times break in your design when you change your theme is not really the home page. It's not really the home page itself. Most things that changes when you change your theme, is either it's the layout. For example, if you are using a full width layout, if you change your theme, it may make it a box layout. That's why you now see space in both sides of you see white spaces in both sides of your website. And it's because it has changed the setting. So you need to go back to your theme option and look for a way where you can change that that setting from being a box layout to a full width layout, so that you can recover back your design. So most often than not, it doesn't affect your design, the design you have made with your page builder too. It doesn't really affect them that much. So I need to make that very, and at times also it affects your header and your footer. If you have a sidebar as well, it may affect it, but not necessarily. You can easily find your way around that. So let me stop here and just go back to my my screen. Now, for every website and design you are doing, you must always switch on your server. This is your server, this is the control of your server. Always start it before you begin any project. Locate your XAMPP server, launch it, then start these four um services. Start them, then you can now go over to your browser and then go to your our website. So it's always localhost slash what's the name of my website now? My first website. So this is it. So because I've launched this server, my website should load. So the reason why I was saying the fact that I was trying to ask more questions when that one of our fellows had issues with his database, the fact that this is my website, I don't have any issue, any error in database issue, and it has been like this for close to a month. So it's something that I still find very, very funny, but things like that can happen. So let me go to my backend by going to my first website slash wp-admin. Then I'll go there. Now let's me talk about when I said what I said about this fixing your DB. So how do you locate your file, your WordPress, your plugin file and your theme file in the WordPress local host? So what you do is, okay, let me just launch this. Sorry, let me launch this first. Let me launch this first. I will go back there. Sorry. So that so should be redirected. So okay. Oh, so. Think it should work. You should work. You should work. Yeah, it's working now. So what you want to do, this is how you locate your plugins folder. You go over to your whether you are using a live server or a local server, just go to where your WordPress installation is. Don't worry, when we get to the live server, I will show you that. You will be able to locate where your folder is. I'll show you that during that time. So, but just go to either of where you locate it. So mine is under localhost, XAMPP, htdocs. Then where is my, this is my folder now. Then you now go over to WP content. This is where you are going to, this is where you are going to, this place here. So this is where my WordPress, can you see this folder, my plugin theme, and my theme and my plugin. Look at the themes and my plugin. So from here you can even delete. So, and this is the beauty of it. If for example you are having issues with your website that the front end is not displaying anything and you want to troubleshoot it, You can't troubleshoot when there is error. So what you do is to come back to this your folder where all your files are, and you can manually do what? Manually fix this. For example, if it were to be my theme that is causing the problem, I will just rename this theme. So let me just, you just right click and click on rename. If you are on the live server also, you can rename it. So let me put BK, something like that. So let me load my website so you see what will happen. Let me now load my website. You will see that my website will have been broken. Localhost slash my first. So you see that my website will be broken. In fact, it may not display. Can you see? You can see that it's broken. Why is it broken? It is because I have disabled this theme. I have disabled, so it has switched back to Elementor. Elementor. So it has switched back to it. So let me now enable it back by renaming it. Okay, sorry. There's a problem. Oh. What did I do? I hope I didn't delete this. Okay, let me restore it. Sorry about that. I mistakenly deleted it, so I have to go and recover it from my recycle bin. So let me go back here. So it's now back here. So I'll just right click and rename. Then so I'll click on enter. So if I reload my website now, you see that it's going to work perfectly. To work perfect. Let me see if I. Okay, there are no questions. Okay. So my website should be back now. So as you can see, my website is back. My website is back. So let me just attend to this message. It's one of us that is. Okay. It's back. Sorry about that. So that's how to do that. That's how to. So you do same thing for the plugins. One by one, you just disable them. Let's say, for example, it is this. Look at it. This Elementor, it wanted to break my website. The other time, I had to rename it by putting BK there. So it's not going to work. So let me put it back now. If I go back to my back end, I go to my plugins list, you will see Elementor Pro there. So let me see if Elementor Pro will come up. So let me go back here. Let me refresh. I hope it will not break my website again. It broke my website the other time. So I that was why I had to delete it. So you see this error now. I had to go back here to my plugin and I had to rename it. So I'm showing you how to troubleshoot live. So that error in database connection, maybe if a plugin might have corrupted it. So and this is how you note it. Look at it. Elementor Pro is already there. the plugin that caused the error was already there, so I could easily pinpoint it. So that's that on locating, disabling and re-enabling your plugins and things. I also talked about um your configuration file. So you come over again to where your WordPress file is, come over there, then you go over to this is the WP configuration file I was talking about. This is it here. So you just right click on it. You must have downloaded your VS Code. Please go and download it if you don't have any. So just click on open. So you see it here, been open here. So you come over here. As you can see, this is my database name, my first website. This is my database username, my first website. This is my password. So you must check if these four details, if they are there, they are correct. If I tamper with any of these, my website is gone. Let me tamper with this. Let me tamper with this and refresh my website. You will see that it will not work again. I may even have that database problem. Let's see. I may even have that error. Okay, it's still there. Okay. So let me call it local host. Let me put it back. Let me tamper with this password. Let me tamper with this password. Do you see that? It's not going to work. So I think this is one of the errors he was talking about. So from this WP, the error will just, so let me bring it back, save it. So my website should be back up. So check if that detail is there. And if you have done this too and the website is not coming up again, then please go and refresh. So I hope I've answered your question now. So let me go back to our design because we have quite a lot of things to cover up today. So let me just go back. So I want to finish up this home page today so that I'll be able to move on to the next thing we have. Let me go back here to our ChatGPT to look at the next thing for us to design on our homepage. So for me to continue editing my website, so I'll come over to this upper part here. You see edit with Elementor. Click on it so that it will load my Elementor. So let's also wait for ChatGPT to give us what to do, what elements to do next. So sorry about that. So we are going to, so it's stolen. So we need to put in featured project. For this about us, I think we have done that already. I think we have done about us. Okay, let it load. I think we have done about us. So today we'll be looking at featured project. How can you create a featured project, a featured project section, then our testimonial section. I want to be as very fast as possible. Then call to action strip and our contact us as well. I'll make this contact us. So we can have that. So please pay attention as we continue. Let's allow it load. So let's wait while it loads. So okay, I think we are now back. So we've done the trusted partner, why, our vision and mission. So now we want to show our project, featured projects now. So for that we may use um a gallery, so that we can show multiple images to make that colorful. So let me just copy this, copy, just close this. Right click on this section here, then click on copy, then you paste it here. This empty column here, then you paste it. So once you paste it, then we can now edit this. So here is our oh sorry, our featured, or we can just call it featured projects. So here I can just find some words, or let me just copy what ChatGPT said here. Control C, and then we'll put it here. Control V. So then under this section, you just click on this, or it may not necessarily mean, let me just leave it. I come to my hard element here, then I look for gallery. So I think I have Impeca gallery here. I have broken, I have the normal one. Let me pick the normal one and drag it here. So then let me pick the images. It's asking for the number of images, the images that I want to pick. Let me go over here and see if I can get some images to upload. Downloads. Let me see if I can get some images. I think I have this already. Copy this. I think I have this already. Copy this. These are just examples. I click on open, so it will upload it on my server. So it should upload it on my server. So let me just pick 5 of them, and I'll click on create new. So once it's finished this uploading this, to activate this button, I'll click on create a new gallery, and insert gallery. So you can see something like this. What other thing can I do? Let's say single images. So whichever one we can play around this, just play around it. So let's say I pick this now. Let's see how this will look like. Where is it? So, but with this, I don't like this. Let me use gallery images and pick the 5 of them. So, gallery mode. It could be great for masonry. Let's pick masonry and see what to give us. And you see, auto crop, last screen column. Let's pick 4. Um, so just play around this. Just play around this. So can use this. So then click on publish. Also, let's see what we can do here as well. Let me call this. Oh, I need to put space between this so it will not just overlap. So let me just click on add element and write spacer. So then I place it at the bottom here. So it will give it an effect. So have I copied this? Let me copy this section. Right click on it, copy, and you paste. So I can call this testimonials, but I'll say what I might say 1,000 our work speaks. It depends on you. These are just English. Here, what some of our clients are saying. So then I need to put space between here. So I'll click on this add element, spacer, and drag it here. So here's what our clients are saying. So for this one, you go and click on add element here. Then you look for what we call what should we use? Testimonials. So you can use that of Impeccable. You can use that of um, Elementor. So let me use that of Impeccable and paste it here. So it's telling me to go and design it. And I don't want to go and start designing anything. So let me delete it. Let me use Elementor because of time. I don't want to waste. Let me try their carousel first and see. So you have to go and create your testimonial item from your back end. And I don't want to go back to the back end. So let me just use the Elementor testimonials. So testimonials. So testimonials. So I'll just drag it down here. So you see that? Um, what's the name of our company first? Let me go back. Okay, Track Tech. Let me use Track Tech. Track Tech delivered beyond my expectation. Expectation. I give them a thumbs. So that's the message this person is saying. Then I can give him an image. So let me just give him an a shot. Let me use this, and let me change this the name to Oluwa Sheung, and the title CEO Sheung Foods. So that's a testimonial. So that's a testimonial. Other thing I can do is make this testimonial to be two. So let me just add, let me make it two, so that I'll have one here, I'll have one here, and see how it's going. Okay, I think this is okay. So let me use this. So let me just copy this as well and paste it here. Then I'll edit. Follow who sabi road. Track tech got your back. So let me also change this image. Let me change this image to this. Call this Usman, CEO Deco Wears. They over deliver. So I've created my testimonial. So if you have more testimonials, you can make this three column and put it there, or you can make it two. If it's four, copy this section and paste it. And let me copy and paste so that it will be four. So it will be four. So you can put those other ones here. But I like it to be two. So let me just leave it there. So now what next do we need to treat? Taking testimony. So now let's take second to the last thing, which is contact us. So I'll come over here. I'll copy this again. Reason why I'm copying and pasting is I don't want to, because if I don't, sorry, Control Z. If I'm copying and pasting, I'm copying the whole style. So if I'm saying I want to start building it from scratch again, I'll start looking for this effect one by one. I don't want to do that. That's why I'm clicking on this section, copy, and I'm pasting it so that it will still carry. I just need to edit it. So, and don't forget our spacer. Our spacer is here. You bring it. Okay, you bring it here. Still fine. It's gonna damage our work. So Control Z. What I can do is just to click here and I put it here. Click the plus sign and put it here so that at least and now it's better. So our work speaks. We have done that. So here it will be. This is contact us. I will now call it. This is what I love to use. Reaching us is not rocket science. So what should we have in um our contact us section? We will have maybe a map to the place, to the address of to the location of that business. We will have their phone number, their email address, their and maybe an image of somebody, you know. So let's just come over here. Let me also edit this and say we are available to support you 24/7 of all round the clock. So here we want to now design something. So let me use this flex box here, and let me do this two column, two column. So here I want to add my our map. So I'll come over to this plus sign, and you see map. So pick. Can we pick Impeca map? I hope it's not going to ask us to put some extra stuff. Map points. That's why I don't use some of these follow come. So let me delete this and just use um Elementor. Oh, sorry. Um, what maps? So just place it here. So it will ask me for the location. So track tech is on Google Map. Track tech digitals Nigeria. So it will change my address now and locate it. So my address will be here. So as you can see, sorry, can you see there? So if the business you are designing the website for has a presence on Google Map, you can easily just type the address, the location address here, to bring it out. So what we want to do here is to have what element can we use? Let me see if I can add inner section here. So let me add container here. And this container will be let me click inside too. What can I add? Icon box. Let's see if will icon box work for me? Icon list, will it work for me? Let me take this icon list and see if I can play around. Okay, I think I can play around this. So here, what I want to do is I want each of these to represent the phone, the address, the WhatsApp number, their email address, and the website and anything. So I'll just click on this list item one. Look at what I use. Element I use icon list as the element. So you go and search for icon list and drag it here. So and remember that I actually picked a container to be here. So let's click on this. First and foremost, I want to change this to the name, to their name. Let me call this address Abi. Pansheke Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria. So on this icon, I will change it to, you click on this icon library and I'll change it to something like home. So then I will insert it. So let me do that for this second one. Let me create WhatsApp number, their WhatsApp number. Let me put the WhatsApp number here, 3527334. So you can see the way I'm trying to modify elements just to suit my. So let me call this WhatsApp, Abby. So you go and look for WhatsApp element, WhatsApp, then you click on insert. Then this third one, email. Then if you want this WhatsApp link to be clickable, eh, please pay attention. If you want this WhatsApp link to be clickable, you come over here under this link, you type tell colon phone number. Put okay, you may put +234 +234. If you want them to call, if you want people to click this number to trigger a call, this is what you should do. So let me get that 2734. So you can even come here and write WhatsApp for them to know, but when they click it, they can even still call you. So if I should click this, it will trigger phone calling. Don't worry, I should test it when I'm done with everything. So this third one, I want to make it digitals.com.ng. Then here I want to use envelope as the icon. Those type mail, if you type mail, it will not come up. So type envelope so that you have icon like this. So now I want to play around this so that it will be bigger, bolder, and much more fascinating. So this my icon. Okay, so let's style this now. The list, I want to give a space between the list. Let me give it a space. 5 is okay. Should there be divider? I think the divider is not necessary. Then the icon. Let me change the color of the icon to, okay, I think it's okay. Let me just increase the size of the icon. Let me increase the size. Let me make it 40. Can I give it a gap away from, let me make it 10, a little bit away from. Then the text now, let me make it bigger. So I can also still play around the color. If I don't like the color, let me make it black color. So then this, have I told you that you could actually style, you can actually apply animation to any of these elements? If I want this to animate, to get in using animation, I'll just click on it here like this, and I'll still go back to motion effect, um, entrance, bouncing. Can you see that? Slide down. Can you see that? But I don't want to do that. Pause. Swing. So you can still play around. I'm just showing you around. So let me see if I can give it a background type. color, share. Let me just leave it the way it is. What I want to also still do, I don't like the way it is I want to make it to be in the middle. So I'll just use my spacer to bring it down so it will be at the middle. So I think this is cool. This is okay. And here for the support for this email, I want it to trigger this email. So I'll go back to the content here. Then I'll type mail to mail to dash then that email address. So immediately anybody, any user click on it will take them, it will activate their inbox, their email inbox, whether they are using Gmail or anything. Maybe it's on their phone or on their laptop, it will trigger anything mail, any mailbox environment around their device. It will trigger it. So tracktechdigitals.com.ng. So then I'll do what? I'll save this. So I can head my website like this. I can head my website like this. So, but here we still have footer here, and we want to play around this. We'll do that shortly. Now, I'm finishing my own page. Let's view it. Let's see the way what it will look like. So, right click here, you see view page. So let's see what it will look like. So my website is ready. So so let me make this full width, this section full width. So click on it, right? Click on this content, it make it full width so that these gaps, so that these gaps so that these gaps here will not be there. To start from here. So it's fine this way. This is also fine this way. This is also fine this way. It's okay this way. It's okay. It's okay. So let me just save it. So we have designed this website. Now, the next best thing for you to do, which I want you to pay attention to, is for you to save this website template. Save this WhatsApp template. Save it. So I want to come over here and click on this side here, this button beside the publish. Then you click on save as templates. So I hope it will allow me save it anyways. So it said I should give it a name. Let me give it home page. Then I'll click on save. I'll click on save. So it's there. So I will tell you, you can also export it to use it in another website. So you right click and click on export. It will save it as I think it should be a zip file or a JSON file. Okay, so just remember the JSON file I told you 3 sessions ago. So to save it as a JSON file, and I can use that JSON file to retrieve it back. So let me just save this. So that's that on that. Now let's play around this menu. Let's play around this our header and footer. We want to adjust this header and footer to make it much more colorful. So we want to make it much more colorful. So what you want to do is to go back to the dashboard, come over here to the dashboard, this to dashboard. Then you go to Impeca, go to Impeca, go to Impeca, go theme options. Remember I told you about theme options where you can play around your theme so that your theme will come out colorful. So let's play around it so that at least it will give us something. Our header, our footer, our theme, so it will come up well. So let's go to the header option. Okay, still loading. So what type of layout do I want? So that my brother that is saying it's affected his design. Maybe you just come over here. It's a stretch layout. My default layout is a stretch layout. So I just leave it like that. Container size, leave it like that. Sidebar, leave it the way it is. Then my header. Now, how do I want my header to be? So let me click on this style. Let me click on this style and save it. So you see the impact now. I want to believe that's saved. It is saved. So let me now refresh website. Don't worry, I don't want to toy with so let's see the way our menu will look like. Let's look at the way our menu will now be rendered because of that. So of course, I want to believe our menu will not remain the same. Can you see that? Can you see that? If you want something colorful like this, if you only want your voice, can just play around this. So just play around it. So, but I don't. For training purpose, let me still leave it this way. So you can play around it. So you have different header layouts. So you can play around it. So header spacing, logo height. If your logo is too big, you can play around it. If you want your header to be full width, just switch it on. Just switch it on. Add header border. If you want it to be there, add it there. Then your menu now. Menu, header menu visibility, of course, it has to be on. So you can also now define how you want your menu to align. Look at the way my menu is. Let me refresh it. Because I picked this, align this side to the left, to the right side. So I can change it from this section here. Can change it here. Then your menu item style, you can adjust it here by clicking on this classic and pick other options. So if you want it to underline your menu. So let's save it and see the changes. So you can see it's this side. So let's save it. I hope it has saved. So if I refresh it now, this my menu. Can you see that? So as you can see, as I'm moving around, this underlining was not there before, but because I activated it, it's now there. So um, so here I can even play with this and activate this menu element. If I want to have social media icon on top, I can just click on this to activate it. So let me pick Facebook. Let me pick Instagram. So I can also now come here to say follow us on socials. So let me save it. So let me reload this website. So you can see this social media icon. If I click on it, it will bring this out. And you see the Facebook and Instagram I picked to bring this out. These are beautiful functionalities that you can add. So that's that on that. So let me move over to some of the other important things. Background. Here you can also change the background from white to black. Content background, theme background, you can do that. Then your logo, this is where we want to put our logo now. So you come over here, you remove this and click on upload. Then it will launch the media library. So pick the logo from the media library. I think we use this. Okay, I think we use this. Then you select it. So you can also do the same thing for this. Remove and upload. These are just the two things that I need. Site title only, logo as text. If you want your logo to also be part of the to be as text, you can pick this, but just leave it the way it is. So if you want text instead of logo, activate this. So let me just leave it this way and let's save this and reload to see if this impecker will be there. So of course the impecker should have gone now. I'll be left with this logo. Can you see it? Track Tech Digital. I think this logo is too okay. It's not readable enough. So let me use this. So um so let's see. Okay, still loading. It didn't change because I didn't change the second one. So but I believe you get the logic. You just do same for this and all that. So let me upload it once and for all so that it will reflect. So then select, so and save. So you are going to now be playing around with all of these settings. Look at the settings you'll be playing around with. This top bar here, you can also add added functionality to it. So just play around it. I may not be able to go through to this that far. Responsive options too. If you want your website to be very responsive, here's how to here's where you manage that. Bottom footer area now. Save changes. So how do you want your footer to look like? This is the default one. So do you see this here? This here with by creative team, delete and edit. And I said cooked by, then here I'll type track tech digitals. Then on this link here, you click on this edit to put your website there. Website link, tracktechdigitals.com.h. Click on this enter button or apply here. So let me save it. So you can add, if I want to add menu to the footer, you can also do that. So we get there later. Don't let me waste much time here. So then the color here, the background, those ones should be here around here. So save button. So that's what's the name of this? Your hamburger button that activates your details, your menu. So then if you want to have an intro such that when people get to your website, maybe you want your logo to be displayed or text to be displayed, you can activate this. For example, let me just activate this logo. Let me activate it. This so let me pick this our logo. Then I will now type. Remember, we are looking at team intro. Then I'll type the title is Welcome to Track Tech. We give you the best. So intro appearance, let's make it first visit so that we'll not be boring people with this. Let me save it and reload that page and see if it's going to trigger something. So so you can see the coup by Tractech. Can you see it? Is there. So let me go back to that footer. I didn't edit it very well. Footer, where are you? Here. So you click delete. I'm still seeing premium things there. So let me just delete it and save it. So let's look at page transition. If you want a theme loader, all these are not really necessary. Blog options. You want to make a blog site, you will need this. Then page options, the normal page options. How does it have to look? The normal pages, the other pages apart from the home page, how will they look like? So page header, default. So you can just play around all of this. There are plenty of them. This is just for Impeka theme. So if you download any other theme, it will also have its own preference. So just master one and know how to use them well. Then from here you can play around the body, the fonts. I've shared with you the different types of fonts that we have. So just play around it. So the header, the body, and everything. Social media as well. This is where you set up your social media. This is where you put the link. You put the URL here. Okay. You adjust, I think here's how you adjust it. You just adjust. So let me look at utilities. God, these are search pages, coming soon and all that. So that's how to just miscellaneous. Let's look at miscellaneous. Okay, login settings. Then let's look at style options as well. Style options. Let's play around it. Style options. So from here, he said I should go to live color customizer. So I'll click on it. It will take me to my customizer. I'm going to stop here after this tonight so that you can practice. So live customizer. It's going to take me away from this from here. So from here, I can now play around this color. This color that is red. I don't know the color. Is it orange color? I don't want it to be orange. So can I easily walk around that here? So let me let it load. So color, my header is here now. So very plenty. So you have to